Hi, well today I'm going to show you some of my good finds and how you can shop for supplies for your journaling addiction or habit, whatever you want to call it. I just love buying stuff for journaling and for scrapbooking, right? Or for junk journaling, I should say. So I love that, and I'm sure you do too. And so the problem is we never have enough money in the budget, right? Because we can just spend so much. So what I try to do is I make a wish list of the things I would really like to have that are that kind of like my expensive list. And then I wait for the sales on that or a coupon or something like that to get that item, so I don't pay the full price, because then that means that I can use the money that I saved to buy more things, right? So Michael sent me a 50% off coupon on one regular priced item. I was so excited. And the thing with Michael's coupons is that they always have to be on a regular priced item most of the time, right? And the problem is that when you do that, a lot of the things you want are already on sale because they have a lot of sales going on. Well, guess what never goes on sale? That's on my wish list: Tombow pens. So from Amazon, I buy the Tombow black pens, the brush pens, which I really love. But this was on my list, the Tombow twin tone brights, the dual tip markers. So these are like $26, $28, I think, at Michael's. So with the 50% off coupon, I asked her too, I said, does it work with Tombow? Because sometimes the coupons don't work with the expensive markers like Copic or Copic or Tombow. So she says, yes, it'll work. So I got 50% off. I used my 50% off coupon for this, and it was, and so it came to like 13 something. So that was really, really exciting. And these are the pens. So here's the pens, and they're really pretty. So some of them are kind of light though. This pink runs really, really light, so it's harder to write with it. I would say it's probably better for filling in, like if you're drawing a flower or something like that. And I believe, I haven't tried my coral, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be really light as well. So this paper here, so let me put these on the side right here for now. This paper here, I buy these pads of paper. These are great. I use a lot of scratch paper. That's another way you can save a lot of money. I own two businesses. So in our businesses, and my husband has a business, so we have a printer and we have paper and we print, and we have a home office. And so I save, I'll just show you. I save the stuff, the papers that we don't need or you make mistakes on, over here. So it's written on one side, and then I just have the blanks on the other side. And so what I do with these is I'll lay them down on my workstation. So when I'm gluing, using this to do the gluing or something like that, then I can just pick it up and throw it away. It makes it really nice. You don't have to clean up any mess or anything. And it's, you're just going to throw that away or recycle it anyway. So that's a good way to save. So, but this is nice because what I like to get this medium weight drawing paper for $1 from the Dollar Tree, because what I like about it is I can test my markers and stuff before I test in. Sometimes I want to test in here, especially if my journal is getting really full, because this is about the same weight of paper that's going to be in my inside of my Exceed bullet journal. So for my day-to-day journaling, I do junk journaling, I do and I do scripture journaling, and I do bullet journaling. So bullet journaling is my day-to-day stuff, and I used to use a lick term, and you can find my video about that on my channel. But I have moved to the Exceed, the new Walmart Exceed, not the old ones. The old ones have thinner paper, but these new ones have this beautiful 110, and I have a whole review on this that you can get and watch too in my videos. This has nice 110 weight paper. This is beautiful paper, and it's nice and smooth. So there's not a lot of ghosting or not a lot of bleeding in this. Now, I will tell you that the Copic markers do bleed even on 110 paper. So don't use your Copics inside of unless you're writing Copic markers. I love them, but I would actually draw first, cut it out, and glue it on the paper, because I don't, some of you don't mind the ghosting and bleeding, but I don't like it. So here is, and my journal's almost complete here for this, but this is nice and chunky, see? So anyway, so these markers have to all be able to work in the Exceed journals. So we are going to try that. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to test on here with these Tombow markers to make sure that they work well. I'm going to take this turquoise color, and we're going to write here. So this is like a very fine pen, all right? So for fine details, that's good. I'm gonna like this side better, my brush dual, because I like to write more flowing. See, this flows much better. So this would be nice to come and maybe fill in my lines where I want to fill them in, where I don't want to make a mistake and go too deep with this, with the brush part of it, right? So that works nice, and I can finish lines and things like that as well. I kind of like that. So that's a nice pen. And if we pick it up, there's a tiny bit of ghosting. It's going to be less than my 110 paper though. So that's really nice. So let's now check it now that I know it's okay there, and I'm pretty sure it's going to work on here. And I started this testing. I wanted to do it all with you, and I found out my camera wasn't turned on. So I'm redoing the video. So page 237, so I have to redo some of these things I was doing in the video. So I was doing the testing there. So here we're going to test again. We're going to write in this bigger, in the dual tip here, in the wider tip. Now Tombow does have a bigger brush pen. You know, these are not brush pens. These are more for writing. And I'm going to turn this over after you saw that. And it's just fine. It's perfect on the other side. Okay. Now, while I was at there, I was going to show you that on my Tombow black pens, I was using this black pen right here. I'm not going to redo that. But when I do my markers, when I do my check boxes off of, I'll show you. When I do my bullet journaling, you see how I mark those, everything I do each day. I have a little bullet, you know, little squares that I mark off, right? So I use for that, my favorite pen to use for that task is my Sharpie pen. It's not a Sharpie marker, it's a Sharpie pen. So I went to Michael's to buy another one because I think the one on Amazon wasn't going to come in time or something. So, and I was running out of ink. And I'm pretty OCD about making sure I check off my list every day. And this one was like $2.97, I think. So let's just say around $3. And I just love how smooth. I don't know if you can see how smooth it is. Okay, so it's very defined. And when I come to fill it in, I like it because it's easy to fill in and nice and smooth. Now, when I turn my page over, it's fine, nothing. Okay, so I love it. There's no ghosting and no bleeding. These are perfect for that. The other colors, not so much because they don't bleed or ghost, but they don't write really well, I feel like. I've tried, the red's okay, but the other colors, the color is just not vivid enough. So I don't suggest you buying a whole pack. So I buy these individually, okay? Now at Michael's, they have a bin where you can just buy them individually. I also can buy them, I think, in packs of 2 on Amazon. Now, I usually use that. Now, while I was at Michael's, I thought, oh, well, right next to it was this Artist Loft Ultra Fine Point. But you see, it doesn't say pen, it says permanent marker, which I didn't notice that until after I bought it. But these were a lot cheaper, like $1.50 cheaper. So I thought, okay, well, I'll buy this because I buy a lot of things at the Dollar Tree, and they work even better than some, like my glitter markers are the best from Dollar Tree. I have a video on that, by the way. I also have a video that I have below that's about on the Dollar Tree, and all of the things that you can get at Dollar Tree to start journaling at a very low cost. So, and also to save money, right? So I bought this, and I'll show you, and I'm not going to ruin my page, but that's this marker here. And then, so I turned it over, and look, believe me, I was so disappointed because I started using this thinking that it was going to be just like my Sharpie, and I started marking off my boxes, and I did 1 day's worth, and I turned over, I don't know why I even turned the page over. I think to write something for the next week. And I was so disappointed because I don't like ghosting. So don't buy the Artist Loft pens if you're using it for bullet journaling. All right, so that's for that lesson. So those are those pens. So let me put this away. Actually, I'll just leave this page here. So then then also at Michael's, since I was there, I love to go to the little bins, and they had the bins, and they had these pads of paper, and they have lots of these, but I liked this one. It's some of my favorite colors too. So what I want to show you is just a little thing you can do. It's really fun. Is if you maybe need some more space on one of your days or something that you're working on, take one of these pads of paper, and these are great for making journals, to add to journals when you're making junk journals too. But you can take this and you glue this whole piece of paper down, or you could have it up and have stuff under there. But what I do is I glue this whole piece of paper down. Actually, I rubber cement it. Sorry, I'm going to admit that I use rubber cement because it works so much better than glue. Then I would take a light clear glue, and just right across the top there, and then put this piece of paper on top of that. And then, oops, and then do the same thing again, put another light piece, grab another piece of paper, and so you're making a little pad right here inside your book. I love it, it's genius. It's a great way to say, so you can use all kinds of these, that's what these are good for. And a lot of us have these lying around the house because people give them to you as gifts, or you collect them. I save all the ones from the hotels because on those I will glue the lined paper or their paper on the backs of journals, which I'll show you that, to make it thicker. This doesn't have to be thick because you're gluing one piece of paper on top of the other. So I got that from Michael's. Now the other thing that I get from Michael's, if I'm in that bin, in those bins, is I get the tacky glue for $1.99. Now, let me put my book away. The problem, but over at the Dollar Tree, this is $1, okay? So this is $1 for 4 ounces, and at Michael's for 1 more ounce, it's $1.99. So it's more, right? Now, the thing with that is, though, is that if I need tacky glue, I'm not going to drive to the dollar store for 1 bottle of tacky glue, because the Dollar Tree, where we're located, is the different direction than where my house is, basically. So I have to kind of if I go to the Dollar Tree, I need to buy more than one thing. Otherwise, it's not worth the gas to go there. So if I'm already at Michael's, I have to think, do I want to save 99 cents and go get my bottle that I need from the Dollar Tree, or am I going to go ahead and give Michael's another, 99 cents too much for the bottle? Here, actually, it'd be for 1 more ounce, it should be $1.25. To be comparable to the Dollar Tree, this should be $1.29. Okay, but it's $1.99. So I went ahead and got that, but that's the kind of decisions you make. So when you're doing right, when we're trying to buy as much as we can when we're doing journaling. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to go get my other things that I got. So the next thing that I bought at Michael's was I love the blocks of paper, right? So they have a sale going on that's buy 1, get 2 free. So you spend $19.99, so $20 on 1, because that's how much they normally cost, and then you get 2 more. So I bought the Boutique Market, which you can see all the things that come in there. I love that page. It's like my favorite. And then, so there, I also got the Chateau. Now these are cardstock, so I use them differently. I like, my favorite papers are the ones that are from the paper, what is it called? Paper, oh my gosh, I forgot the name of the company, but it's the other pads. These are Craft Smart. It's the other ones, and I like the regular weight paper, normal weight paper, but these are great for covers of journal because they're cardstock and they're beautiful. So these are really, really pretty. So there's a lot you can do with when you get these good deals on the paper. So all this paper for, so $20 divided by 3, so $6, around $6 and, 30 cents, $6.30 for each pad of paper, and they have 48 sheets in each one. And then I got the beach ones, which are really fun too. So they're just different styles. I love this page here. So there's a lot you can do with that. Those last forever. So that was my great stash and shopping trip at Michael's. So then I never been to Tuesday Morning, and I didn't even realize they had one, and it's just a couple doors down from Michael's. So I went there, but I only had about 10 minutes, and I could have really gotten a nice stash there. So I needed to go back and do some scrapbooking, some journaling shopping there. But they have a lot of these, so I only had like 10 minutes to run through. And they also have specialty food, so not just, so I bought candy for my son, but he needed to use the car, so I needed to rush and get back. So I had like 10 minutes in the store, and there's no way you can look through everything in Tuesday Morning in 10 minutes. So when you use your creativity for what you can get good deals so that you can use them in your journaling. So I like this one with God, all things are possible from Matthew 19:26. And you can get these without the pen and without the bow, of course. And this was $3.29, but they had a lot there that were $2.99 or $2.29. This has a magnetic thing to put on your refrigerator. And these are great, again, like I showed you how to use these, to glue them into using them inside, especially traveler's journals. This would be a great fit for a traveler's journal, but I'm not using that. I'm giving this as a gift to one of my neighbors for Christmas. So it's part of her little basket. But I just wanted to show you the different things you can use with it. The other thing that I found there was acrylic stamps, and these were $2.99 for these really pretty flowers and feathers, which I thought is a great price, because at Michael's they're super expensive, and at Hobby Lobby and on Amazon even they're going to be way more expensive than this. And so here are the ones that I got. See, these are nice and pretty. So I'm certainly going to be using those, and I already have my acrylic block to put them on. So if you need an acrylic block, the best price I have found is on Amazon, and I have a link to that below. Now, so next time I go to Tuesday Morning, I get a lot more stuff, but now I want to show you a really fun thing. So I had to go to Lowe's because I was getting blinds for my son's room, and lo and behold, I found they have a HGTV paint, and it is amazing paint chips. Look at them. I fell in love with these. I don't know if you've seen the videos, YouTube videos, about people using paint chips. Let me move my pens out of the way so you have less distraction here. What's really cool on the paint chips is you can use these for tags. You can use them as tags. You can use these. It already has a hole punch, there, which you can use for your tassels. You can use the other side and of course glue on, the paper, writing paper, whatever it is, on the back there, and cut that out and have that ready so that you can write on the back of it. So you don't waste the backs of it, but you can write on this side too. Decorate them, embellish them however you want. One of the things I wanted to show you, because a lot of you are into the vintage look and feel, they have a whole vintage section. So these are, it's called Vintage Finds. It's all of these, I think. Yeah, lots of them. I want to go up to where yeah. So these are the Vintage Finds, and you can see the amazing colors here. Look at this. Ooh, yum, yum. Oop, let's put this one here. Ooh, yummy. And I love the purple, right? Oh, that's the same as that. So I think some of these are repeats there. See how pretty they are? So if you like, I don't like the green, but, and I don't like orange, but, and then these dark blues are nice too, right? And gold. Is that pretty? So these are all the vintage finds. So if you go to Lowe's, they have this whole section. These are all like shaped like houses, which is really cute too. I like it because it's already die cut for you, so it saves you so much time. But these are great. I also like to keep these, the lighter colors. I'll show you something else I do. So those are fun, but these lighter, my favorite colors are my pinks and these are my favorite colors, in case you ever want to know. These are all my favorite kind of colors, okay? And also in the other blues, the sky blues. So with these, I can take these I stack these, I can stack them in my purse for little note cards. And then if I need to write somebody my phone number or something, I have business cards, of course, but let's say it's not business. Let's say it's just a friend or whatever. Then I can write on here, or I'll write little notes. You can keep them as little notes in your purse or whatever. So I do that as well. Then they have all these other beautiful, if you're, the regular colors. Here's your coastal colors. They had a whole coastal, I think this one's called swimming. Oh, perfectly polished line. That's really pretty. So they just had such pretty, I like this coral. Oh, that's a vintage find. Oh, okay. So those are that. That is such a great find. And then you can always get, this is the Valspar paint, which of course I love the paint, but you can see if you want them little squares, the same kind of thing. Just pick these up and bring them home and create really fun tags with them, notes, whatever you want to. Stamp on them, whatever you want to do. So those are my finds for this week. And I will see you on my next video. Oh, also, please, if you look below my video here, you will see a list of all of the links to the products that I use and everything. And please subscribe to my channel. And so if you click the little bell, you will get notified each time I upload a new video. So I will see you on the next video.